Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, players.
The legends.
The legends.
Back 20 years ago, they finally came out in their cage. They came out of retirement. Foolish game. I gotta play more license.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is our potentially last match of the night for the 2019 CSL Invitational. Two legends battling it out here. If you can imagine, there is over a century of experience playing on this table right now. Edwin Montel, Stan Tarango, two legends. Arguably, probably the oldest competitors at this event this year. These two gentlemen still have the magic. They are bar box wizards. So thank you for joining us. These are the last two competitors. Edwin Montel had the hot seat. Stan Tarango has battled through the B side, a grinding champ. It has been a long weekend. Both these players are very tired. I did, Carrie. Thank you so much. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Thanks, Jeff. It's been a hell of a weekend, I will tell you guys. So many great matches. We are already excited for the next one. So stay tuned. We feel like this one was fairly successful. Excuse me. It's been a long day for me too. And my throat is so sore. I'm losing my voice. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging with dead air though, so. It is take what you make, BCA rules, racing to 9, alternate breaks. Edwin Montal with the first break. Thanks, Lissa. Carla. I've had so many birthday wishes today. My phone has been exploding. I only have a little bit of juice left on my phone. But thank you, everyone. Yeah, thank you guys for watching all weekend. I hope you got something done. I hope you didn't. Half-heartedly hope you did. Half-heartedly hope you didn't. Great matches all weekend. This is it, coming to a close. First place prize money, $6,500. Second place, $4,000. This is a $2,500 match. Legends, Kyle. I was sitting with Kevin Pascal here, and we were saying how crazy that we have all these sharpshooters here, all these young guns. Tyler Steyer, Jason Clack, John Mora, Stephen Holem, Ben Francis, Alex Olinger, like all these guys that traveled from near and far, pros at this event that did not make it to the final. And they were, no gimmies. I think that it speaks very well to our pool scene here. in and around Western Canada. We have some very competitive players that are no slouches. Very, very proud of these guys. Tight matches, came from behind, down 5 games. They still clawed their way back. Arguably, Tim, like I said, the 2 oldest competitors in this event out of 85 players. I can't really think of anybody that was older. Maybe John Jorgensen. I don't think Dwayne is older. So how amazing is it that these 2 made it through all those young guns? The cream still rises to the top. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for coming to play. As much as you guys enjoyed it, it was only successful because you guys came to play. So we genuinely appreciate. So we have potentially a special guest here, making googly eyes at him. Mr. John Mora sitting in with us. What a treat.
Hello, everyone. Been an awesome time here in Calgary once again.
Thank you for coming out.
No problem.
We
Thanks
were
for having
so
me.
excited when you confirmed your entry.
Yeah, I had to. Grant's been really good to me. And Q Sports Live has done a lot for the game. And I've been to Calgary a few times now. Been successful the first couple times. So I thought I'd come and play some 8-ball.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a pleasure having you. You've played Edwin a few times in the past.
Yeah, and Stan.
And Stan, yeah, I guess.
I lost to both of them in this tournament. Had them both beat, up 7-3, up 7-3, and 7-4.
Yeah.
But they came back and made some nice outs to beat me.
What do you attribute that to? Just experience, stamina, just the grind?
Just never giving up, you know. Like a lot of players, when they're down that many games, they think they're out of it. And these guys have, you know, they've been battling for so long. They know all it takes is one little shift in momentum, you know, to turn a match around.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking to Stan earlier. He said he's beat, he's tired. But
I bet he is.
yeah, but he's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, he said.
Yeah, and they both have such a will to win, you know. It doesn't matter sometimes how tired you are. When you're in this position, somehow you find the energy when you're fighting for a title.
Yeah, totally. You need to, really analyze what's going to get you through a tournament. Just getting out of the room, having a break, changing your footwear, getting something, good to eat, not something heavy and greasy and gross. All these little tips and tricks. What are some of your tricks to stay revitalized for a long tournament like this?
You gotta eat the right things. It's really about your diet and sleeping well. Be on a good schedule, and you want to try and stay on the winner's bracket if you can, because you got to play so many matches on the one-loss side.
Yeah.
But sometimes being on the one-loss side can be good for you. You know, it gives you more of a chance to get in stroke if you're struggling a little bit. And I think the guy coming from the one-loss side, if he's come a long way like Stan, they have a little more fire, than the guy in the hot seat.
Yeah.
That hasn't played as many matches. He's not as in stroke most of the time, not all the time.
Well, it's hard to say in this case because Edwin is semi-retired, I guess you could say. I mean, I don't remember the last time he picked up a cue. It's probably been over a year.
The last time I heard of him playing was when we played
Yeah.
6 years ago when I came here. We
That's
played the
right.
money match.
That's right.
And we were making jokes about it earlier because I said it took you 6 years to get over that and finally pick up your cue and start playing again. And he said, yeah, you retired me.
Yeah, he did. I heard him say
But
that.
I didn't get his best game that time. I played really well. And he just wasn't prepared. It didn't look like.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Edwin that I know. Because he's beat me in other tournaments back out east, like in Montreal and in Toronto. And we've had a lot of good battles.
Edwin has, I probably couldn't even guesstimate how many matches these guys have played in their lifetime.
Yeah, it's a lot.
A lot.
Looks like Stan should take this first game straight in. Who broke this game?
Edwin broke this first
Okay.
rack, yeah.
So this is big for Stan to break well the next game and try to take a 2-0 lead because he broke Edwin's break, broke his serve.
Gideon, this is a true double elimination, so
Gideon, what's up, my friend?
2 races to 9 if need be.
Johnny Fiver Baptist. Yes, Mr. Smooth is on the mic.
We are in for a
Excuse me.
treat. John Morris sitting in for this final match. John's been such a trooper this whole weekend. Came in, shaking hands, kissing babies.
Yeah.
So approachable. If you guys get an invitation to the next invitational, definitely make an effort to come because these guys are so approachable, such nice guys. Sat down and talked with everybody. I think you had lunch with those
Yeah.
guys over there.
Yeah,
and
there's a
had
lot of
few
good people
games over
here.
there.
I love coming back to Canada and playing in the tournaments up here because everybody up here supports the game, and it's a little different than being in the U.S. playing. Up here, they seem to have a little bit more respect when it comes to, just hanging out in the pool room. It's not all about gambling
Yeah.
and all that. It's just a little more low key.
It is. Let me put this up here before I forget. 1-0 for Stan. So do you, like you personally, when we've had a lot of people ask,
Edwin's
why
breaking.
oh. Oh, I must have been
Yeah.
mistaken. Sorry, I thought it was Edwin's rack. When you go down to the States and you talk about A side and B side, or do you say winners and losers?
We say the one-loss side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the losers bracket. They don't really say A side or B side down there, but
No.
they get it.
Yeah.
Like I've heard them say it down there.
Yeah.
I think
'cause
we put them on that.
we have a lot of people online that say, like, what is A side and B side, and when we explain
I
it to
think
them,
the A side and B side sounds a little bit better than the loser bracket.
and that's what I say
One loss
too.
side is okay.
Yeah, one loss side is okay,
I wouldn't like to be called a loser.
right? Way to kick a guy when he's down. This is the match of the century for sure. $6,500 first place prize, $4,000 for second. So these guys are battling it out for a difference of $2,500. Third place was taken by Kevin Osborne.
Hmm. Yeah, he had a great tournament. I was happy for him.
Yeah, really good tournament. Played strong. Got through a really tough field.
Not
There was
one of-
no easy draws at this tournament.
Not one of
for
the
sure.
favorites, but he's a great player locally, and
Yes,
he's capable of beating these guys on the bar table.
lots of experience. He was a Canadian champ back in the day as well. Played a lot
I didn't
of
know
years.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a big win today with Alex Olinger. I didn't see how that match went, but we got through that.
Uh-oh.
Bad miss from Edwin.
Almost scratched there, too. Thank you, Trevor. We're kind of chalking it up as a successful event. It ran fairly smoothly, other than, one late night that went a little bit longer than anticipated. However, it was unavoidable to get back on track for the next day. But we'll do some tweaking for next year. What do you think about the take what you make format?
I like it.
Yeah?
I like it a lot. I've played in a few tournaments in the U.S. where it's take what you make, and definitely makes it more challenging. Because 8-ball sometimes with strong players can be a little bit easy when they're breaking well.
Right.
And you have the choice after the break. So this makes it not so much about the break.
Right.
Because when it is open, if you break well, you have a choice. So this definitely makes it a little more challenging.
Yeah, I thought it went pretty good. Just a little spin on things, make it a little bit different. We don't play a whole lot of take what you make here. So it was nice to see something different. It is take what you make, BCA rules, racing to 9 on both the A side and the B side. Alternate breaks.
It's got to get nice on this 14. Got straight in.
The only way it went was to the side there.
This is going to be a little tricky because he has to get on the 8, and it's tough to get on the 8 from the 10. So I think he should have tried to play that 10 a little bit earlier. Not sure which way he's going to go here. I think he's going to play the 14 off the 1 and come off the side rail, play the 10 next, and then play the 15 last. Doesn't look like he's going to do that, actually. You don't want to shoot the 10 as the last ball unless you're straight in, draw back for the 8.
It looks like he's putting some draw on it, so maybe 15 next is his plan.
Ooh, wow.
Too much
Overdrew
angle.
that
Yeah.
by a lot. I think they're both trying to get out the nervous jitters first couple of games because it's the final.
It is the final. It's been a very long weekend. The air conditioning is pumping in here. They are both tired. Yeah, both these gentlemen here, Edwin Montal and Stan Taranjo, just bar box wizards.
He's going to come across 2 rails to shoot the 10. Just to pull off a good shot here.
It's in.
And now he can bank it, so that's not too bad, actually. He can bank it and get shape on the 8. Yeah, this was a lot better than playing the 10 straight in because you can't get shape on the 8. But actually, he could have just took a long shot on the 8 where the cue ball is now. I think that's what he was trying to do. I didn't see that earlier. Because from where the cue ball is now, he can definitely cut that in. But he's going to bank it and come down table.
You think that he can cut that and avoid crashing into that 5-6?
He could. He's going to bank it in the side. Wow.
1, 2, 3.
I don't like that.
Maybe
it's
4
a pretty
rails.
steep angle. I like banking it in the corner here. He's trying to come around. He might double kiss the 10. Yeah, he did
Just
double kiss the 10.
a little bit short.
He liked playing that bank because it was a big pocket. The only way he could miss it is the way he did, but hitting it short.
So Edwin's going to get a chance to take a look at this table here. Looks fairly routine, nothing really that he needs to work out. The 5 leads to the 6.
I think he's going to want to shoot the 3, 5, 6 because the 6 is the toughest ball on the table.
So Mark Delisle's asking why you moved stateside.
I met a girl about a year and a half ago, and that's the reason.
End of story.
Yep, that's all she wrote.
Simple as that. Kevin Osborne was Canadian junior snooker champ back in the day.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he plays a lot of snooker. It's very good. So as you said, 3, 5, 6. Get rid of that early.
Now I think you want to shoot the 1 next, then the 7, then the 2. Got a little bit straight on the 6 though. He didn't. He'll still be okay, but he's got to draw straight back a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's okay here. So what are your plans coming up next? You're taking off to Vegas
Yep.
after here?
Yeah, tomorrow for the U.S. Open 10 ball and 8 ball at Griff's. And then I have a couple weeks off, going to a tournament in either Austin or Kansas, not sure yet. And then the China Open in Shanghai.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Busy schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you predicted, 2 for last. Natural shape for the 8. Stan's going to give him the 8 ball. John's just going to go for a little break here. Tied at onesies.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks, John Moore, stepping in.
He just went for a
Sitting-
quick break. I think he's planning to come right back, so I'll hang with you until he does.
Absolutely. And happy birthday, Steph.
Thank you so much. It was a fantastic birthday. Honestly, I don't think I would have rather have been anywhere else. Surrounded by my pool family and you family,
Me family.
all these fantastic players from all over the place. Special thanks to John and Jason and Alex, Tyler, Stan, like all these big names that came out for this tournament. It was so exciting, and I just, I do this job because I love the people and the game so much.
Well,
and
and
this
it
is
shows in your work because you did a hell of a job. And I know I don't like swearing on stream, but I'm saying hell of a good. So you did a hell of a job. You kept us on track. And for somebody that didn't find out until 2:30 in the morning the day before that you were going to be the TD director, you did a phenomenal job.
Well, thank you. It's pretty easy. These guys are they're so professional and they're so easy to guide. I mean, it's really just organization and filling in the blanks, but these guys make it really easy on me.
Absolutely. And Tim, this is sorry, who asked it? Where is this being held?
It was Steph Toy and John Mora. Now it
Yeah.
is Steph Toy and Grant Zemp because John just went for a quick break.
He'll be back. But Ken, this is being held in Calgary, Alberta, at the Leather Pocket, and this is the inaugural Q Sports Live Invitational. $10,000 added. We had a total prize pool of $27,900. 85 entries, and first place taking home $6,500.
65 hundo. 4,000 goes to second place. So, that one
Use
just
the whole
that
pocket.
one was a little bit of a clincher.
Use the whole
So
pocket.
this match here is a difference of $2,500 in prize money.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've definitely burned the candle at both ends. This is probably the event that I have wore the most hats. Because I've done a lot in this event.
Jason, I fear you're probably correct.
Well, the problem was, and not that it's a problem, is you were in Kelowna and you had the boys, you were out with your family, doing your thing, and I was busy. I was busy, not only with regular work, but trying to prepare for this event. So I was burning the candle both ends at home for the week that you were gone, and I just never had the chance. I never had the opportunity. And then when I found out you were coming home on Thursday night, because originally you were only supposed to be home Friday night, I breathed a really big sigh of relief. All Leafs hats. Not quite. Now, I want to make this announcement that anybody that was in the viewer advantage, you should have your tickets. I got caught up. Now, if I sent you your picture of your ticket through Messenger and we are not friends on Facebook, you have to go accept that message.
Well,
If you,
sorry, go ahead.
no, some I've emailed to, some have gone through Messenger, but if we're not friends on Facebook and you sent in, check your Messenger.
Edwin got really nice on that 6 ball. That 6 ball was a problem ball there, tucked behind that 9. He had to end up short side on it. Ended up in a good spot. It is a true double dip, Keith, so this is 2 sets to 9 if need be. Wambra, this is the final.
It is. You made it.
Edwin is in the hot seat. Stan Taranjo has clawed his way back, played some pretty amazing matches to get here.
Yeah, the comeback king.
I think, honestly, I think most of the matches, if not all of them, Stan was down.
Yeah.
Like substantially, like by 4 games. It was like, a 5-2, a 6-2, something like that, 7-3. And just clawed his way back.
Mm-hmm.
And that is just attributed to so much experience and grind and heart.
Let me check, Jeff. How did you send it in? Oh, I got it right here. I got it, Jeff. You're good. I'll get it to you.
Marty, this is posted to YouTube as we speak. We stream live to both Facebook and YouTube. So you'll be able to watch on YouTube right now if you'd like. The tables are breaking a little tough. But as I've noticed, it hasn't been super easy for anyone in particular. It's been kind of tough for everybody all the way around.
So I need to jump off because I left the tickets over there, and I gotta get Jeff his ticket. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay. So currently we have about 360 viewers on Facebook and 205 on YouTube. So great numbers, guys. Keep sharing. 2 legends battling it out on this table right here. I was telling everybody before that there is over a century worth of experience in this match right now. Arguably the 2 oldest competitors in our 85-person field. Got through a lot of great competitors. Moscone Cup winners, Canadian champs, U.S. Open placers, you name it, they were here. I couldn't even guess as to how many titles are in this room right now. Between Tyler Steyer and Alex Olinger, John Mora, Jason Klatt, Stan and Edwin, Kevin Osborne, Ben, Steven.
I missed what you asked.
I was just saying, I don't even think I could guess as to how many titles are in this room.
Oh my goodness, a few. That is for certain. And Jeff, that is now sent to your Facebook Messenger. And I'll just double check on the emails just to make sure there are no others, because cutoff is done, guys, to get in on that. We are good. We're good, we're good, we're better than good.
Edwin is high ball here. I don't know. Is that 12 ball past the 11 in the top left?
And Darren, you must be listening on as well. You are one of the ones that I could not reach, couldn't find you on Facebook, but I do have your ticket. Give me 1 second and I'll get it to you.
Kenneth Wilson, you are watching the Q Sports Live first inaugural invitational event. We went through and invited everyone that we could think of for this event. Granted, we do apologize if anybody was forgotten. We are going to be making a master list so that we have not missed anybody next time.
Well, here's the thing in trying to create an invitational event with a maximum of 96 players. When you have 33,000 plus followers, plus Calgary being a very robust pool scene, makes it a challenge.
Yeah.
96 players sounds like a lot. It's not. It's rather difficult to do a short list of 96.
So this was our first invitational event. $10,000 was added thanks to all of our sponsors and all supporters, Q Sports Live, all the pounding the pavement for $10,000 to add. But this was kind of how they decided that they wanted to show their fans and the players, you know, thank you for supporting us. It's come a long way in the last couple of years. And it's kind of our way of giving back to the game that we all love. Hopefully it'll just get bigger and better from this point on.
Oh, good. There's Omari, and I got him too. All right, I'm going to make it easy. If you haven't received it, send me a message. I'll get it to you.
Nice little tick from Edwin there. Shape on the 8. It's very nice. Nice rock by Edwin there. That puts him up 3-1 on Stan.
And Edwin came to play.
The most disgusting part is that Edwin is pretty much retired from pool. He has not picked up a cue in probably over a year and a half, maybe 2. He's just, getting older and not really hungry for it anymore. However, when we put out this invitation to him,
Do you know what it actually was? Why he stopped playing for as long as he did?
Why?
I don't want to say.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you just opened that Pandora's box and now you have no choice.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say. It's not my story to tell. But
anyways, he has not shot for a long time, probably 2 years plus, and picks up a cue, and he's still amazing.
It's crazy.
He used to, I don't know if you guys have ever heard stories about him. Some have, some haven't, because Edwin has been around for a really long time. But he used to run around with Efren and Bustamante, and he came from the Philippines. They all kind of learned and grew together. They made it, not that he did make it big time. He made it big time too, but they made it super big time.
He could have.
Yeah.
If yeah.
But he has kept good company and plays fantastic. as you can tell. Yeah. See, now everybody's mad. Spill the beans, cliffhanger.
If it was my story to tell, I absolutely would. But it's not. It's not my story to tell.
Warren, I think the cutoff has already been made for the tickets.
It has.
This is a true double dip, Christopher. If it gets to that point, Stan will have to double dip Edwin 2 races to 9.
Thanks, Harold. We certainly appreciate it, and I mean, for the regular viewers on Q Sports Live that are kind of accustomed to hearing me more on the microphone than anything, I have to apologize. I wore a lot of hats in the last 4 days, and I had a lot of responsibilities that I was not going to shirk. I was not going to begrudge them. I wanted to tackle them head on. And it's probably the most amount of effort that I've ever put in to doing anything related to pool. So I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate your shares. And really helping the guest commentators kind of feel comfortable on
We've
Q
had
Sports
quite a
Live.
few. Special
have.
thanks to Steve Kyriakis, Larry Walper, John Mora, Jason Klatt, Sean McKay, Sean Yee.
Yeah. Oh, well, if John already told the story, then there you go. Yeah, it's the John Mora story. That's why.
So the story was, now that that cat's out of the bag, John did kind of touch on that earlier. He played Edwin a substantial money set approximately 6 years ago. And long story short, Edwin just wasn't playing his best game and got fairly destroyed by John Mora. I think
lot.
it was
25 to 2.
25 to 3.
To 3, yeah.
And so the joke is between John and Edwin that John is the reason why Edwin quit pool.
And yeah, Lord, I'll tell you, the first crack at it, I'm really, really happy with the results. We really haven't had any bad comments made this entire weekend. Right? There's certainly things I know I can do better as far as timing, preparation. There's going to be a few things that we can offer the players in the tournament that we didn't this year, but we will next year. And now that we've got the experience on how to do a few other particular details, the next one I think will be even smoother, bigger, badder, better. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, Sean McKay's a wealth of knowledge. He's
Oh my God, I don't even know how many games he's got under his belt too.
Yeah, he's a great 7-foot bar box player and has a solid game. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Ron Hanna, another great commentator.
We watch him all the time too.
Yeah. We're not just fans of Q Sports Live.
Yeah, we watch a lot of pool.
We're fans of the game.
Yeah. Edwin to break here. Looking for a big one, make a ball.
Ooh. He really tried to stand.
Oh,
Oh, how'd that not clip that 10 ball?
scratch.
How'd that make it by that 10 ball? I thought for sure he's going into the 10, get the rub.
Okay, so it is what it is. Edwin scratched on the break.
James, you
Stan.
should have it in your messenger.
Stan's got ball in hand here.
Let me check.
And I believe it is his choice. David, first place payout is $6,500. Second place, $4,000. Third place was $3,000. That was claimed by Kevin Osborne, a local here in Calgary.
You are correct, James. My bad, sir. I will get that to you right now. How old is Edwin? The shocking part about that is Edwin is in his 60s and taking down young world beaters, world champions, Moscone Cup players.
Yes. Took down the great Tyler Steyer today.
And what a treat to have him here.
Oh my gosh. So excited that he was here. He was such a great guy too. Like,
Yeah, he really was.
very approachable, really easy to talk to, willing to give his input. Let all the players kind of grope his equipment and look through his pool bag and Alex, what a nice guy too. I was very impressed with those two youngsters. I've met Jason before, I've met John before. Obviously, Ben, Steven, all those kind of guys are local. We've seen them quite a few times. Stan, Edwin, I know them very well. But I was very taken back by how great Tyler and Alex were. It's the first time I met them.
Absolutely. And congratulations, Kenneth. Second place. Nice little feat. Oh, thanks, Jeff. We certainly appreciate it. We put in the work this weekend. And I'm going to flash up a poster here as soon as this 8-ball goes down. And I need you to know, guys, this right here is how we do what we do. If you want to help Q Sports Live, you want to help support doing what we do, the Q Sports Live Invitational official gear made by Jam Up Apparel. Absolute flawless design. Comfortable beyond comfortable. I got mine on Friday. And if you thought Jam Up Apparel put out quality before, this is bar none their best quality that they have ever put out. So those are lock loaded, ready to go. If you're looking for new pool gear, head on over jamupapparel.com. Look for CSL on their site. That's where you're going to find them. This is how we kind of penny pinch our way up to getting the cash that we need in order to put these events on. So if you like what you see, if you want to see it again next year, keep sharing, help us out, get in on the viewer advantage, get in on those shirts, get in on if you're looking for the Jacoby Black or the T3. This is how we do what we do. And believe me, it doesn't go unappreciated. We love it. This is why this tournament will be an invitational. It's meant to be a give back for those that support us, and we appreciate it. No, Gordon, that's all done on Jam Up Apparel. Shipping time 7 to 10 business days. It hits your door, and the quality, I can't say it enough. I'm not just here flogging shirts. The quality of what that thing is unbelievably.
Yeah, they're super
well
nice. Really nice and light and comfortable.
Yeah. Probably, if I have to be honest, and believe me, I got a few Jam Up Apparel shirts. Probably the most comfortable shirt that I've ever put on for pool. We haven't decided how long they're going to be available for yet, Ryan, until we kind of decide we are going to move on from them. For right here, right now, they're available. If you're looking to get one, get in, get her done, because we don't know how long they're going to last. We've looked at that, Trevor, and I can't remember what Ryan, he kind of figured out all that kind of stuff. So.
Thank you for coming, Blair. It was a real treat for you and Adam to make it all the way from Prince George.
Yeah, thank you, Blair. Thank you for kicking my butt. And no, listen, I have to apologize to Blair. I actually fell asleep in that match. I don't know whether he realizes or not. And yeah, I know you'll remember this. You bumped me with your cue because you were trying to maneuver into a position to make a shot. And typically, if I was paying attention, I would have moved out of the way. And I'm sure that's what you expected. And you bumped me with the cue, and I have to thank you for that because it woke me up. And it's honest to God the first time I've ever fallen asleep in a match. And I have to apologize because I really didn't give you the match that you deserved. And I apologize. I apologize for falling asleep. That was bad form.
Jerry, no 8 balls on the break.
No.
You get the 8 ball on the break. The breaker has the choice to either re-rack and break again or spot the 8. If you scratch as well as the 8 ball, it becomes the opponent's choice.
No,
Yeah.
They would not, James. They would never do that. You're showing that support.
Yeah, Ozzy had a fantastic turning.
Oh yeah,
Ugh.
You know what?
He made some unbelievable shots.
He really he made some unbelievable outs.
Did really well in this field, with all these names that we've been mentioning over and over and over. To come third behind Stan and Edwin is a victory, I would say. $3,000 he got for third.
Yeah, Ozzy had kind of a stepping out moment in this tournament. I knew he played well, but dang, he played extremely, extremely well. Oh, oh, Steph jumped off the mic. We have another legend stepping in for the second time, guys. Welcome back, the one and only Jason Klatt. You get to be the Klatt Attack.
Oh, now you like that name,
I
huh?
love it. I'm stealing it. I'm stealing it. Welcome back. Thanks again, stepping in.
Yeah, no problem.
What a final this is. Stan Taranjo, Edwin Montel, two Canadian legends doing battle on the table. And Clifford, yeah, this is a true double dip. And
You see the shot here? You gotta go a little high left on this cue ball. Shoot the 6. Go off the end. Oh, is he shooting a 5?
is he going to thin the lights off that 5?
I don't like this.
Shave the varnish
I
off
like
of
shooting the 6 with a high left, going at the end rail, this rail, and clipping the 1, and going into
Absolutely.
it. And then you have the 5 for backup.
Yeah, you bet. Is he going to try to thin this in and get to the 1?
He's got to watch out for that side pocket. These rails are playing sharp.
This is gutsy. Check.
See, he's doing too much with the cue ball right there.
Yeah, I agree.
He had another shot built in.
And Clifford, yes, this is a true double dip and must be played. You cannot chop and run.
What's up, Michael? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'll be back in the area soon. Yeah, we'll set up those clinics and stuff, and with the team and stuff.
Unleash the Clatton. I love it. I love it. Good one, Royce. I might steal that one too.
See, didn't I tell you I have so many nicknames?
You just got one of those names.
I know, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Now you take a guy like myself
Yeah.
with a last name of Zemp. There's no good nicknames for that. There's just none.
Zep. Is that
Zemp.
it?
Zemp.
Zemp.
Z-E-M-P. Yeah.
Zemp.
Yeah.
Zemp. Zemper. Zempy.
Nah.
The Zempser.
Zemster, I've had that one.
Zempy.
Z, I've had
Zempy.
G.
I'd call you Zempy. That'd be me. Zempy.
Doesn't really relate to pool, though.
Well, you're not a
or the
pool
mic.
player, though.
I am. Whoa! Ow! Oh!
You're a
Shit.
commentator.
Shit!
You're a promoter.
That went right through my kidneys into my spine.
Zempy.
There you go. You heard it first.
Zempy.
I am not the pool player.
Zempy.
Is this
Ooh.
the first game of the final?
Let's see this kick. He's gonna go try to go 2 rails and kick it behind it. Oh, just missed it.
He did not miss that by much.
Now Stan's got to develop that 9 ball.
Yes, this is the first set. Sorry.
He's probably going to shoot that 13 ball in the corner pocket and maybe go rolling into it.
Clap with the burn. You see what you started?
See?
You see what you did?
I've never heard of
You're
that one.
stirring the pot.
No, he's saying clat with the burn.
Yeah.
So I burnt you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see what you started? You see
Well,
what you did there?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
That's
This
it.
is what I do.
Yeah. So thanks for coming. Glad you could stop by. It's kind of getting late. I think your bedtime is right about now.
Yeah, Zempy said I only have 1 more minute because he's getting a little offended. So I only got 1 minute on the clock, guys.
Too wicked. It's a good thing I got some thick skin.
At least you know where I'm sleeping, right?
Yeah. That's a problem for you. That's a problem for you, sir. You're staying at the Hotel Zemp guy that doesn't play pool.
Hotel Zempy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you came out. Starting to
me
regret
too.
just a little bit, but I'm glad you came
It
so
was
far.
I'm just letting you know it was a last minute thing.
It was a last minute thing.
Mike, I'm not going.
But
Okay.
next year, you've already got marked on the calendar, right?
Oh, I do.
Good man.
Yeah, Mike, I don't have any plans going to Vegas. Not right now, but yeah, just send me a message when you're done. Yeah, maybe we can negotiate something, but yeah, just hit me up. Okay, Mike?
Ryan,
Michael.
Need clap more on the mic next year. Yeah, so long as I'm not the one sitting next to him, he can roast Benny.
Yeah.
Mike Dunn's got my back. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I've been having a few cocktails. Don't worry about
A
it.
few adult beverages. He's allowed. He's over 18 here in Canada.
Yeah, I've been playing for 4 days straight. I deserve one.
You do deserve one. Okay, so I kind of gave. No, I'm not gonna. Never mind.
Zempy.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. Do you know how many people now?
It's gonna come. I made it.
bastard.
I made it.
You bastard.
You're gonna be
Do you
starting.
know how many people are now gonna come up to me?
You know how many?
Zempy.
You know how many shirts Jam Up are gonna start making Zempy shirts?
Oh man, we got a new thing going on here. Yeah, so your beer is looking a little empty. You might want to run and grab one.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy that just lost, Kevin Osborne there. Yeah, he's been. I haven't seen that guy for a long time, and he's been a good friend of mine, and we always had fun together, and so he's been.
He had a really, really good time.
Oh,
he
man.
played phenomenally well. I think it was kind of his stepping out moment.
Well, that too, but at the end of the day, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's absolutely one of the nicest dudes I've ever met.
Absolutely. Oh, see, there you go. I filled in
Temp.
for Stephen Holm in Niagara Falls on his team. So I'm Grant the Temp Zemp. Just a temporary fill-in.
Yeah, I guess everyone likes Ben on the mic more than you, I heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Well, the good thing is
At least Ben talks about the game, right?
right. Yes, this is true. Right, I don't talk about the game. I don't have listen. If I'm not a pool player, I don't have enough knowledge to talk about the game. So there we go. But now I forgot where I was going.
Oh, he's
Thanks
rattled.
for that.
He's rattled, guys.
Yeah.
Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
just gonna
the
this is
Zempy's
a
rattled.
first. This is a first. I gotta tell you.
He's tongue-tied, guys.
I'm twisted. I'm twisted. You got me at the end of 4 days.
He's not twisted on alcohol, just on words.
Yeah, he's got me twisted, guys. It's the end of 4 days, and I lose my train of thought at the drop of a hat right now. And I'm not. That's not me. That's not how I roll. But yeah, here we are. True
Hey, Chris.
double
How you doing,
dipper.
buddy?
Absolutely.
Chris Daniels. How you doing, buddy? Good player. Yeah, this is the finals, Chris.
Oh, I fell asleep again. See what happens when you
this,
get
this
on
guy's
this
terrible
microphone,
on the
man?
scorer. He
What
has no
the-
clue what's going on.
I just sit here. How do I compete with a guy like Jason Klatt? I can't compete on the table. I can't compete on the mic. Oh yeah, guy Nickling.
Yeah, guy, get on it, buddy. Spread the word. Yeah, Joe, get on it. I am sharking him. Oh, yes.
That's it. I'm sitting in silence. You got me.
I guess we can get Steph back in
I'm
here.
beat down.
I guess. Okay, Mike. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, you should come here, but we don't really have too many auctions or Calcuttas, so I don't know if it's worth it, but you can still come and play.
Zempsational. Gil, you got my back, buddy. Thank you. It's better than Zemby. The hell?
Zempi, it's good. It's easy to remember. It's easy off the tongue.
Well, so is Zempsational.
It's so hard to pronounce.
Come on. Come on, get this guy another cocktail. What's going on, Greg? How are you? All right, let's do some commentating. Where are we at? We got Edwin at the table. It looks like he's shooting high ball here.
Yeah, he's trying to develop that 10. If he can push that 10 over to the rail, he might get lucky and shoot in the side, or might pass the corner because there's a ball hanging there and it can help him.
Well, he's kind of got the angle on the 13 to brush the underside of the 10,
well,
push it up table.
The big problem is the 8 ball. That's
Yes,
the big problem.
Well, that can bank though, right?
The big problem is the 8 ball.
Brush underneath the 10.
Oh, he's got
Is
a
that
pocket.
what he's trying to? Oh, wow.
Why did he hit it so hard? I don't know why, but it worked out well.
That worked out extremely well. Did Stan win the winner's bracket?
Ooh, there's actually a shot here. He can
Edmund.
shoot the 10 into the 2 and maybe get fortunate and develop the 8. That's a shot because even if it doesn't happen, he still has balls hanging, right?
Yeah.
See? Just what I said, and he's looking at it.
He's excited.
With me, I would put a little right
hand, yeah.
right,
Yeah.
so it throws the 2 a little bit,
Absolutely.
right?
This commentary is exemplary. I love it. Thank you, John Clark.
Okay.
Another one of my
Come
boys that
on.
got my back.
Don't toot his horn, guys. He's not that great, okay?
Oh, yeah. So, John,
Where did Mora go? Yeah, he's in the...
Jason, it's almost 10:30. We got like 3 minutes to 10:30. And wasn't that your bedtime? Weren't you saying last night you want to be in bed?
See,
by
he
10:30?
tried to... He just missed it.
He did just miss that. But I kind of thought you said last night 10:30 you were looking to get to bed tonight.
You can just let me go anytime you want. I don't care.
Oh, look at somebody else getting a little bit. I might be getting him back a little.
I've been going to bed about 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean?
I hear you, brother. It's been a long weekend, but it's been a really good weekend.
Yeah.
And as much as we can kind of joke around, in all seriousness, I applaud you and I appreciate you for making the trip out here.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I'm
And for
glad I
coming out.
came. You know what I mean? I told a lot of friends and people, and thanks, Chris. AM. Yeah, did you say AM? You might have said AM. But yeah, I do, because, you know what I mean? I do like this format, you know what I mean? The take what you make 8 ball. You know what I mean? It is probably one of my better suits of games, and I really enjoy playing it. I like the thinking and the methodical aspect of the game.
Well, and you're that type that is the more the psychological side of the game.
yeah,
Right?
and I like
And
the
I love
grinding
that.
part.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I
love
mean?
that.
It suits me. I'm not. You know what I mean? Everyone can run out and this and that, but I don't know. It really didn't take me. It only took me like maybe probably only 2 or 3 years ago to really realize maybe what like my best game was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like what I like had the most
Yeah.
accomplishments
Mhm.
at. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, is like it was 8 ball. You know what I mean? I had probably my most success at 8 ball. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I've won Canadian championships at 9 ball, 10 ball.
Yeah.
I won junior snooker too, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean, even at the pro level and stuff, you know what I mean, U.S. bar table championships and Canadian bar table stuff, a lot of bar table stuff I've won, but
You got a few
the,
titles under
the
the
game
belt.
of 8 ball
Yeah.
I've won the
Yeah.
most at,
Yeah,
like playing
absolutely.
8 ball, which,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, it didn't really comprehend probably only till about 2-3 years ago, and I realized like it's like
Yeah.
eight
And
ball.
eight
Eight
balls.
ball is my
Eight ball's
best
my
game.
game too.
Yeah.
Right. I don't play a lot of 9 foot. I don't play a lot of 9 ball. I find 9 ball very frustrating at times.
Yeah,
And 10 ball's not bad because again you get into that safety battle psychological side. So I don't mind 10 ball.
Well, the thing with 9 ball and 10 ball, 10 ball, well, with 9 ball, it's so repetitive. You know what I mean? You see the same patterns, you see the same shots, but 10 ball, you know what I mean? If you're playing with the magic rack and stuff, or even 10 ball in general, it's not so repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're not going to get the same layouts
Yeah.
so much,
Yeah.
or just playing the same shots over and over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might have to move around or play saves here and there. So, but 8 ball, you know what I mean? Like, I think I told a lot of my friends and people and stuff. I said I think I have ADHD. If that sounds funny to all you guys, but because I get really bored easily if I'm
Yes.
doing the same thing over and
I'm
over.
the same way.
So 9 ball and 10 ball is kind of a hair repetitive,
Mhm.
especially 9 ball.
There's actually
then-
something else that
Yeah.
I'll talk to you
So that's why I
off
like
mic.
8 ball.
Yeah.
Because you're creating and you're thinking
That's right.
differently every game.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, I mean, Edwin swung at the 8 ball to try to break it out probably a
did.
couple times, and he missed it both. He missed it on the kicking into the 2 and missed it onto that other last shot trying to break into it. But
See, and I think in the spot that he was in when on that last attempt where he scratched, I think if that was me at the table, I'm just going to play for the bank shot. I'm not going to bother trying to break it up.
But the thing is, I don't think he could have because it might have been frozen to the ball. Because I looked beyond our monitors here,
Right.
and I looked, it was wedged up and frozen.
Oh, was it?
I don't even think the
All
bank.
right,
He
I
couldn't even
gotcha.
play a bank.
Okay.
That's why he needed to like develop it and break it
Yeah.
out.
What place did Tyler Steyer end up in? I believe in 7-8.
No, 5th, 6th.
Was it 5-6?
Yeah.
So him and Alex Ollinger, I think, were out same spot, in the 5th, 6th spot. Nice shot there from Stan
Yeah,
the
I was telling a couple guys like before this match.
before the event.
No, before like the final started, and I was
I
saying,
gotcha.
I was saying, I like both players are good 8 ball players, but at the end of the day, I said I think Stan has a little bit better cue ball,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Edwin plays the patterns or plays the game or like plays the patterns a little bit better.
Yeah.
Meaning where Stan keeps the game simple, where he, you know what I mean, he's kind of like me a little bit, where he doesn't like moving his cue ball around, which you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But when he gets in trouble, sometimes he can't really maybe finesse the cue ball sometimes so much, where Edwin has, you know what I mean, he's Filipino and he has that little finesse stroke where he can create angles, he can spin balls, and he can do a little bit more with
I
the
agree.
cue ball,
Yeah, good analysis.
right?
Good analysis, sir.
Right. So, you know what I mean? Like, both tactics, both styles are obviously well known and well good. So,
Well, and they're both Canadian legends. I mean, you can't really talk to anybody in Canada that doesn't know Stan Taranto and Edwin Montel,
right.
and even down into the States.
Right.
They're just very, very well known.
And it's 5-3 Stan.
Oh.
Not 4-4. Yeah.
I-
See, that's
I
the
hit
break. That's the break Stan was doing against me, and he was making that second ball.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, it's hard to explain now, but he was hitting second ball, and the opposite ball behind the one ball was going cross side all the time.
Yeah.
He was hitting this second ball, and the ball behind the one right
Mhm.
here was going cross side all the time.
Yeah.
Which, you
Well,
know
and
what I mean?
speaking of
Yeah.
guys that have good cue ball control, I'm sitting beside one.
Yeah, I'd try.
Oh, no, man, come on. You don't have to try. You just do. You've got, and there's really two cueists that I'll say that, as far as cue ball control goes for this weekend, it didn't pan out obviously, but yourself and Alex Ollinger.
Okay, that's what you've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're impressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, between the two of you, to do some of the things that you did and hit that window tight shape, and it seems so natural, so comfortable, and you do it with apparent ease.
Well, yeah, that's playing from a lot of bar table stuff. You know what I mean? Me, myself, and Alex. You know what I mean? I play Alex a lot in the U.S. and States, and he's a bar table brawler. You know what I mean? If I call him those, but he's a great bar table player, great player in general.
Absolutely.
But his bread and butter is bar table game, and so you know what I mean. Like when you're playing bar table pool, almost like week in week out, and you're playing 8-ball, 9-ball, you know what I mean, you develop a feel and a touch.
Yes.
That just comes a little repetitive.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and it shows. It shows
Yeah.
because really, I mean, I get to get a front row seat into a lot of pool matches.
I know.
And if I had to put two people on a list that, as far as cue ball control goes, and hitting that thing with absolute apparent ease, and I know it can't be that easy. I know it's built in naturally now.
Yeah.
But that takes some work. That takes a lot of time to develop that skill.
Yeah.
And if there were two players that, in my opinion, get that title, that's yourself and Alex Ollinger.
Yeah, I've always looked up to Edwin's game and stuff. You know, I mean, obviously he's getting older and he's getting a little. He's always been a little jumpy. You know, obviously, you can see on that shot, but
Yeah. Now, I had a question here from Curtis. Am I playing in Nanaimo in November? Absolutely, positively. Wouldn't miss it.
But going back to like the format and I guess the way a few players play the game. There's a lot of players that play the game well, you know what I mean? But I think at the end of the day, what I've seen this week, which I thought were playing the game well, was like playing the ball as well. Like I look at people that don't move the cue ball around too much, and the patterns they play.
Yeah.
Is Stan, obviously he's here. I like the way he goes about the balls, and Stephen Holman.
Stephen Holman.
He goes about the balls pretty good. You know
He
what I mean?
does, yeah. He's very, very simplistic
he doesn't
in his game.
he doesn't like to do too much, but you know what I mean, he's still a little young, and he's trying to get that experience still. A great player. You know what I mean, I have total respect for his game. He just got a.
Except the score is
He's
correct
kind of
right
just
now,
got
Deborah.
a. You know what I mean? It's just gonna come with more experience. You know what I mean? He's gonna get a few battle scars here and there, but yeah, his 8-ball game, yeah, he plays the game simple. He plays it well. He goes about the balls well. Yeah, I really like the way.
And sorry, guys, I
Yeah.
got to do something with my throat here because it's getting very dry. So if you hear me crunching, I apologize. You are correct. Stephen Halem does have a very, very
Yeah.
simplistic way
Yeah.
of looking at a table. His table mapping's off the charts.
Yeah.
But Romeo's got a question. I know he's asked this a couple times, trying to get
Yeah,
this
I
through
know.
to you.
I heard it before. Yeah. I guess the thing with the ladies tour that I know is, yeah, they have a handful of tournaments. It's not like the way they used to have. You know what I mean? They lost like ESPN and stuff, but a lot of people don't know that the WPBA was paying ESPN to come to their tournaments. You know what I mean? They had to pay a lot of fee for ESPN to come and film their tournaments. So, you know what I mean? It wasn't like ESPN was coming there for free and stuff. So, you know what I mean? But they're doing their best. They're trying to organize and create more events and stuff. But
Well, and
they're you know what I
I
mean?
know a little something about it.
You know what I mean? Grant, you've probably been around the women's pool more than I have, or
Yeah.
at the pro level. But it's
There,
you know what I mean?
there is.
But I know where he's coming from because, you know what I mean, years ago, you know what I mean, I know like the added money, there was like so many casino tournaments and stuff that were such good added money in ESPN, and now it just kind of downgraded, and there's like, you know, board members that stepped down and this, and you know what I mean, there's all these little factors and
well,
variables
and
that
I'll
went into
give you
place.
the insight
So-
into kind of some of the stuff that I know. When it comes to the WPBA, very, very well known ladies tour, had attempted, this is about a year ago, and I'm sure you know this, to say that their players, and I understand the premise of what they did, even though I don't necessarily agree. And they told their players that they wanted to have their players under contract, that if you're going to come to the PBA or the WPBA events, we want you to sign a contract. You're not allowed to go and play in things such as the NAPT or the NCPT. And that was right before one of the bigger events. And a lot of the ladies signed it, went and played that event. And I'm not going to mention names. Names can stay out. But it really didn't sit well. And I think it may work against the WPBA that way, where a lot of
understand.
them did it to get through that event, and then that's it. And I think, and again, this is only my opinion, it's going to work against the WPBA when you try to force a hand.
I don't know. It's just like what I said before, and I think we both mentioned it before. It's like you don't want to step on each other's toes, and you don't want to like, you know what I mean. You just want everyone to kind of work together, you know what I mean, and make the game grow.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean. It just like your event. We don't want. You're not going to schedule your event around the BCA, or
No.
you're not going to schedule your event about the VNA. You're not going to schedule your event around Duluth. You know what I mean? You're like there's all these tournaments.
Of
where you're-
course,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
We
And-
want our own spot.
Yeah, you want to
want
cater
my own
around
spot.
to your own dates.
Yeah, but I'm not going
But-
to
but I-
say that
but-
if you're
but,
going to
I'm
come
just
here,
saying,
you've
it's
got to
like-
sign a contract that says you can only play here.
See,
To me,
you know what I mean,
that's-
and that's
just counterproductive.
You know what I mean, and that's the thing. Maybe, like I said, you know what I mean. I don't know the women personally. I don't know who's on board, this and that. I don't know what's going on so much, but that's the thing. You know what I mean?
I've heard.
But then
lot
if
that
you're
way.
obligated to one tour and then obligated to the other tour,
Yeah.
But if you're obligated to the WPBA, and you only can play in those events, but then there's all these other tour events you can play in, and it might be a little softer money.
Mhm.
So, you know what I mean. But if you go to WPA, it's a little bigger money, but it's tougher competition. So what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? You know what I mean. If you're
Of
in that
course.
happy medium place,
Yeah, of
right?
course. Of course. And as much as I understand the premise behind the idea, I don't think it's going to have the effect and the desire that WPBA wanted to achieve with it. I think it will actually be counterproductive on what they're trying to do. Right, and that's only
Yeah.
my opinion,
No,
right? I don't
think
need guys out there saying I'm bashing the
I think I'm with
WPBA.
you,
I'm
yeah.
not. WPBA is a massive, massive tour. Are they the same as what they used to be?
No offense.
No,
No offense. It used to be massive.
absolutely.
It's not.
Right?
It's not what it used to be.
No, and that's part of it.
And I think a lot of the women can agree with
Yeah.
me.
But again, I don't want to seem like I'm coming across and bashing WPBA.
Oh,
I'm
you're not.
I'm not at all.
No. You know what I mean? We're just giving our point of view. That's all we're doing.
That's it.
Yeah, if this 10 goes by the 8, yeah. He's got to be careful. Yeah, he's fine.
Well, and that's part of it, James. VNEA, CCS, ACS, BCA, APA, CPA don't really care about the game. They care about their brand. And I get that. I'm a business guy, right? I care about my brand. Q Sports Live is a brand, right? And I care about that. But I'm not here to step on the toes of an on the wire. I'm not here to step on the toes or restrict my viewers from going and having choice, right? I'm here to perhaps influence your choice, that you want to come and watch Q Sports Live, that you want to tune in. And I've found, I think, some creative ways.
You're
and
just
so on
giving
and so
them
forth.
option.
Option, that's it.
all it is.
That's it. And I'll be a better option, in my opinion.
No, I know at the end of the day, you know what I mean, everyone's trying to, you know what I mean. I just hope everyone in the pool world, you know what I mean, can just kind of come together at the same page here and there.
Yeah,
because, you know what I mean,
it would be so
everyone,
good for
you know
the
what I mean,
game.
sometimes everyone just tries to be a little too greedy and this and that. It just, I mean, you can't, like, what is it really going to do? You know what I mean, the game's already not in the greatest state.
So we had this
But
conversation.
it's not in a bad state. But at the end of the day, I think it's
too segregated.
But I think it's growing though.
Of course.
The game is growing.
Right. But
It is.
here's the problem. A lot of guys will say, oh, no, it's dying. It's not. It's
not.
becoming
It's
so
no.
many different spots to
It's
go
doing
and play.
better than
It's-
ever.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. But there's too many segregated areas to confine players in that we're no longer a group. We're no longer a massive community. And when you look at other sports, and we had this conversation, you got football, basketball, baseball, any of the major sports, how many versions of those rules are there? You know what I mean? Yes, there's college level that, you know, maybe there's not quite the same, but the premise of the sport, all of them are the same. They follow the same rules. And that's hockey, football, any of the successful pro level sports.
He's a good player. Good point, Chris.
I agree, Chris. 100%. Johnny Andrick hits a good point. Social media has changed.
Perfect
the
example,
game.
Chris Daniels. You know what I mean? Good guy, good player. He supports a lot of the pro.
Where's Chris Daniels from?
I believe he's from Denver.
'Cause
Right,
I know
Chris,
I've-
Denver area.
I know I've heard your name before, Chris.
Yeah, no,
And-
he's
and
a good
please-
player.
yeah.
He plays a lot of the pro tournaments, and he plays a lot of against the pro players. You know what I mean? He's a great guy. You know what I mean? He's not a full-time pro, but he competes at that level, and he knows what
There we
he's.
go, Clinton, Illinois.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. No, I guess it's the wrong Chris I was thinking about. Oh, it's McDaniels I was thinking about. Chris McDaniels I was thinking about. But yeah, Chris McDaniels is a good pro player. You know, Clinton, Illinois, that's only like 30 minutes from me.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, Chris McDaniels, he's a good player from Denver. Yeah, he supports the pro player, but yeah, but good point, Chris. You know what I mean? You have a good point there, you know what I mean? There's a lot of greed and all that in the game. I understand.
yeah. You don't have big sponsors, so we don't have big money. Well, and okay, when you take any of the pro sports that are out there now, take them back to their infancy, and not that pool I believe is juvenile or in its infancy, but it hasn't gotten the notoriety. We kind of had some negative connotations kind of come through where we were viewed as kind of the back alley type of sport. But you look at any sport that's become a pro level sport, we all go through our growing pains. We all have stuff to figure out as far as how to market it, how to package it, how do you put it together, and there's always going to be those growing pains. Business is business is business, whether it's a sport or not. At the end of the day, if you want it to be a pro sport, there has to be a business side attached to it. The problem, and I agree, somebody made a point earlier about the greed. The problem is there's too many quote-unquote businesses that have their hand in their cookie jar, and that's what it's about, is just the almighty dollar.
Yeah.
And that's a massive problem in the sport. A lot of guys say, oh, if we dress properly and so on and so forth, that'll change the outlook of how people perceive us. That's the tip of the iceberg. That's the scratch of the surface. There's a lot wrong with this sport that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, there is. Nah, it's just a shame that the pool, you know what I mean, the amateur level is doing great. You know what I mean? I love the amateur level, you know what I mean? The pool community and everything, you know what I mean? They got the APA, CPA, CCS, you know what I mean? You got all these good amateur leagues, you know what I mean?
Okay, but let me ask
But
you.
then you got the pro level, you know
Right.
what I mean? There's
Right.
not real. Yeah, you got the WPA, you know what I mean? That's the world rankings and all this and stuff.
Right.
But it's pretty much a broken down system now where
Well-
you only have maybe a handful of events that consider ranking
Okay,
tournaments. So no offense.
No, none take.
Okay. Just to give you an example, you know
Right.
what I mean? Once I start like competing at the world rankings, you know what I mean? This is probably about 10 years ago and stuff. And I was going to China, Philippines, Dubai, and all these countries, and I'm getting all these points, you know what I mean? I got up to like number 6 in the world. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 2010. I was about 8. I was top 10 in the world at one point. Just by
That's
all
crazy.
these rankings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah.
Then, you know what I mean? Now, you know what I mean? Each year, events start disappearing,
Mm-hmm.
disappearing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now there's only like China Open, World 9 Ball,
Right.
World 10 Ball, maybe U.S. Open,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Derby, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So how can you go by, say, because people ask me, oh, what's your world ranking now? What's your world ranking now? I said, well, I don't really compete. There
isn't a
there
world
isn't anymore really. Because if you go off 5 tournaments a year, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
like, it's not like how it used to be where
You
there
can
was like
say
10,
maybe-
12 events a year.
You can say maybe your North American
Exactly.
ranking, but to consider that a world ranking,
Yeah.
I completely agree.
But now it's
here's
all.
one of
But
the other.
it's now Fargo. What's
Yes.
your Fargo?
Yeah.
What's your Fargo?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he's a Fargo.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
You know what I mean? No offense to Fargo ratings. I know Mike Page and Rory and all those guys that developed it. Hats off to them. You know what I mean? It's worldwide now and North American wide, and everyone goes by it. And hats off to them. Those guys are great guys. But yeah, and everyone does it.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone goes to all these amateur tournaments. Oh, and one of the first things, oh, you meet somebody, blah, blah, blah. What's your Fargo? Oh. But people are still manipulating Fargo, too.
Mhm.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Yeah.
Jackie Turner
Yeah.
or Tucker? No, it is 7-3. I'm looking at the scoreboard. The score is 7-3. So one of the other, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, then we'll get back on to doing some pool. So one of the other fundamental flaws, and you know this, all right? Jason Klatt, pro pool player. Do you have a pro card?
I have a pro shaft,
You have a pro
Q.
Right, right?
No, see, that's the thing.
There's
Even
no
that's the thing.
structure.
I know. That's the thing. It's like even when I was 17 years old, I played 17, 18 years old. I played my first U.S. Open. I paid my entry fee. I missed that, and I was like, okay, That's all I got to do.
That's it.
I just got to pay my $500 and go play.
Yeah.
And I played my first U.S. Open, won my first match.
Yeah.
Guess who I played second? Efren Reyes.
No. No way. That's some good experience.
Oh, I loved it.
Of course. Put me in, coach.
Beat me 11-1.
Yeah.
First shot he hit. I just remember it. First shot, I think he broke. He just clipped the one, played the cue ball all down table, just snugged me right behind the ball and froze me, and I just started laughing. And I was just like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I was like,
How can you not love that?
oh, and you know what I mean, obviously I'm nervous and all this stuff, and I was like, but, you know what I mean? But I kept playing, kept going, and, you know what I mean, eventually I beat him, and I beat him a couple times and this and stuff. So
Deborah, we've been through this before. Honestly.
I'm about to step out here, so we'll get Ben in here. He'll start talking about the game.
No, Ben won't come in yet. I'll take over. I got it. So
Yeah, we just like to have fun in here, Deborah. You know, we just like to chit chat and talk about stories. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. I'm not on Q Sport Live all the time, so I know where Grant's coming from. So he wants to like pick my brain and try to acknowledge and get a little education to your viewers out there of what the pro level thinks about. You know what I mean? That's where we're coming from. That's all.
yeah, we've been through this before, Deborah.
Thanks for supporting us, though. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely. You bet.
Yeah,
Listen,
but
I can tell you.
No, but going back to that pro card is like, yeah, no, like I didn't have to qualify. I didn't have to go like, you know how golfers go through like Q school. I didn't have to like try to qualify to get on a tour. You know,
Yeah.
but the women's tour did that though. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You had to go qualify
That's
regional
right.
tours
That's
and
right.
all this.
That's right.
And get and like work your way on. You know what I mean? They actually had a tour that you had to do something. You know what I mean? And qualify. Like
Absolutely.
at the men's level, we didn't really have anything in stone where you like,
No
okay,
doubt.
you know what I mean?
And
But
do you not find that a
it's a-
fundamental flaw today?
Sure, you know
Right?
what I mean?
I mean, how do we expect?
Like how often can you go pay $500,000 and play Strickland or go play
Right.
Van Boning or go
Sure.
play something?
Yeah.
You can't do that in golf.
No.
You can't just go like
No, of
step
course.
on and get paired up with one of those guys
No,
in the
of
first
course.
round,
Of
right? You know what I mean?
course.
How
Of
good would
course.
that be if you get lucked out and pay $500 or $1,000 and go play? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
It's
So-
I know where you're coming from. Where it is kind of a shame where the men's
terrible.
pro level hasn't.
there's no structure. There's
Come to it,
There's
yeah.
zero structure. So somebody made a comment earlier about sponsors, and how is it that we expect this as a sport to grow to attract any kind of large sponsorship when there's no structure at all to pros?
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Hey Romeo, yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm in the works. That's a possibility. I might do that. Yeah, good question.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my
No, I know.
3.5 cents worth of what's going
no,
on.
it's a good point of view. It's a good question. It's just, I know. It's like, you know what I mean.
Colin,
it's
we
kind-
never announced that we were going to submit this tournament to Fargo. That was never in the cards, never announced, never even talked about. And as I said before, Jason and I were on before when that conversation happened. Every ranking system out there has their flaws, period. And that's the only thing I'm going to say about it. That's all I'm going to say about it, because I'm going to watch Edwin Montel not have to sink that 8 ball.
It's good to see, you know what I mean, people hanging out in the pool hall and having a few beverages and still supporting and still sticking around, right? So,
Absolutely. Thanks, Jackie.
but I think I might step out here, Grant.
It sounds good.
So, but for all you viewers out here, stick around. You know what I mean? Because there's a good chance you're going to see a second set. So, but thanks for all the questions, all you viewers, and all you guys out there. Like I said before, you know what I mean? If you guys are interested in a little coaching or teaching or clinics, you know what I mean? I reside in Bloomington, Illinois. Just hit me up on Facebook, Messenger, hit me up. But even if all you Canadian pool owners want to like organize something in your pool room and get a clinic developed, I'm more than happy to come down and or come up and help you guys out, and we can negotiate something. So, but at the end of the day, Grant, Steph, Ben, Q Sport Live, these guys been doing so great and coming helping you guys watch all this high caliber 8-ball pool. It's you guys been doing Grant especially, you know what I mean? This guy's been he picked me up from the airport and this guy was like I think his eyes were coming out of his head. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
tired.
But this guy's been working day and night and getting like a handful hours of sleep just so he can set up and for this for you guys can watch. You know what I mean? So thank you for you guys supporting, and you know what I mean, like Grant said, you know what I mean, there's going to be a couple more events coming, you know what I mean, especially Q Sport Live and the Invitational, you know what I mean, it's going to be here next year. So
Absolutely.
and I can't thank you enough, Grant,
Well, thank
for
you,
all your hospitality and
brother,
everything you've done
anytime.
for me.
Anytime,
You know
my
what I mean,
man.
buddy?
I
I
always
appreciate
enjoy
that.
my time
Yeah.
with you
Yeah.
and allowing us to kind of pick your brains.
Yeah.
You've always been a class act, Jason,
Yeah.
and we enjoy having you. We look forward to having you
Yeah,
again next year.
I think you're gonna be in Grays Lake for the women's event.
We are, yeah.
So I think we'll do a little more commentating there.
I love it.
I'll be up there.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'd
So
love to
yeah,
do
if you want to hear the Clyde Attack and Zebby show, yeah, you guys are more welcome to tune in.
Thanks for that, Jason. I appreciate it. That's my man. That's my man, Mr. Klatt. I love it. Thank you. And we'll talk for sure. Yeah, my man, Jason Klatt. Always keeping us entertained. Always poking fun at me, and I'm okay. I got thick skin. I can handle it. But yes, we do appreciate you guys tuning in. I can't do what I do without you guys. And even though, you know what, sometimes we're going to disagree. We're not going to always see eye to eye on the commentary and so on and so forth. I get that. It doesn't mean I appreciate you any less. No, Diamond. Next year is going to be a complete carbon copy of what you see here. It will be held over at the Hidden Spot in Calgary. We want the first two of these events to be in the hometown, let it grow roots, let it grow, let us learn the lessons we need to learn, and then we can take it on the road. Absolutely, Ro. You know it. Grays Lake is in Illinois, so it's just outside of Chicago. And Marcy, you're welcome. This is still first set. And Edwin looking really, really strong here. Looking good. Got a little bit funny maybe on this 11th ball. So really a couple of ways he can play this 11 ball into the top right-hand corner. He can try to draw this with left-hand spin off the side rail back out, letting the left-hand spin push the cue ball kind of back towards where the 6 is, or forward off the end rail with right. just like this. Did he get there? Got to hold up. So he's on the 10. And let's see how he can hit this. He might be in a little funny too on this ball. He just kind of smacked the cue down on the ground. So really not happy with what he did there. Might be able to take this 10 ball in the side. He does have a little bit of a gap between the cue ball and the rail. Has to punch this in with a little bit of draw, head up table, come back up halfway, put the 15 ball in the same pocket. How much does the winner get? $6,500. Second place is $4,000. Absolutely, Rose. Stan came to play. He was down in quite a few matches, and everybody was calling him the comeback king. Made some amazing outs. Yeah, you got it, Wambra. Shooters in Grays Lake. So we will be there. I think we leave here on the 15th of August, and we're there for Thursday. Yeah, he did try to go jack up and missed the first part of the equation. Got to make the shot first. Timothy, $6,500 for first place, 4,000 for second. So that will bring Stan to the table. Can't quite tell if he's on this 6 ball. He's jacking up. He might have to swerve this. Playing a little left-hand spin on this cue ball, throwing that to the right pocket. The 6 into the side. Hit it perfect. He's underneath the 1 for the 2 into the top left-hand corner. With the opportunity to put himself on the hill. No, Keith, Steph is still here. Pete, very, very, very long days. And it wasn't really the hours that I put in this weekend, the 4 days here. I'm fairly acclimated to that, to be able to run through a tournament, put in long hours, have it be 4 days. It was the week leading up to this. It was running my regular job during the day, trying to get everything done that needed to be done, and dealing with printers and entries and trophies, and it was just a lot. So I was kind of burning the candle at both ends, and by the time the event actually started, I was already burnt out. Absolutely, Alex. What's going on, man? A few short weeks we'll be down there. Shooters in Grays Lake, Illinois. Got any more guests? I was kind of hoping Maura would jump back on with me. I don't know whether he's still here or where he's at. Oh yeah, there's Maura. He's on the other side of the room. So if this goes second set, I'll see if I can get Mr. Maura back on the mic. Yeah, Jody, you know exactly what I'm going through. Yeah, I don't even get that, Pete. In order for me to go to Grays Lake, I got 1 week to get all of my regular work done. I obviously haven't done anything for my regular work, so I now have 1 week in between the time this event ends and I have to leave. So no rest for the wicked. I'll be back at it tomorrow morning. to kick Ben's butt in some banks, Alex, man. I wish you all the best. Does Stan have a snooker background? Absolutely. Oh, so I got more guests. Nice. Well, look who it is. It's the one and only Stephanie Toy. Gonna jump on the mic.
Look at what the cat drug in.
Welcome back. Stan Taranjo on the hill and breaking first set.
Second set. Second set.
Hey, it's what the fans want to see, I'll tell you.
Yeah, of course.
I'm looking for my pillow,
Always.
but I'll stick around for a second set.
Yeah, you know, I'll be paying for it tomorrow, but I want to see the second set too.
Absolutely.
Nothing better than for the spectators.
Where is Ben? Ben was a player today. He played the tournament, but really hasn't stepped on the mic.
Yeah, he's hanging with the crowd. He's doing some PR work.
That's right. Is that what that's called?
I guess so, yeah. We'll just go with that.
All right, done. Do you mind real quick if I take 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Can you handle me for 5? And I don't mean that way.
Okay, go.
You can handle me for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
All right.
It's close, Carlos. It's close to entertainment time. I am very tired and feeling a little under the weather now. I don't know if it's just all this air conditioning that I've been inhaling for the last 4 days, but my throat's starting to go and yelling a whole lot this weekend. But I wish you were here. I will tell you that. It was a good one. Thanks, Ro. Your cousin is actually in the room. Mark Mapatak's been hanging out all afternoon. Oh, Stan missed the combo. But I will tell you, he owns that corner pocket. So Edwin is going to take a look at this table here. Only thing he really has to work out is that 11-13, just above the 3. But they do go, not too much work. It's the only thing he's really got to be cognizant of, though. Yeah, Jason, I don't know. Maybe you and I caught it together because I am feeling just terrible. Hitting a wall. Could be just something in the air. Room full of pool players. It's just I hate to say it, but it's a pool of germs probably in here. But I was attributing it just to like a lot of yelling and lots of talking and sitting under this air conditioning vent for 4 days, but now I'm getting congested, so now I think I'm just getting sick. We wish you were here too, Ro. Maybe next time. That would be great. Always a fun time. Yeah, Grant just went and took a quick break, stretch his legs. He's been sitting here for a little while. Check the tires, make sure they're all still there. I was, so Curtis on YouTube is just commenting on, I would assume, Edwin jumping from his shots. And that is just the Filipino style. And I was actually just sitting off to the side there and telling the guys on that break, he nearly came out of his shoes. And my comment was that flip-flop was definitely coming off. Because Edwin is notorious for playing in flip-flops. And every time he breaks like that and jumps in the air 10 feet, I'm always surprised that he doesn't lose a flip-flop. It was pretty hilarious. We were in Four Bears a couple years ago, and those tables were all on concrete flooring, and you could hear Edwin breaking a mile away because you would hear the clack of the balls, and then you would hear his flip-flops hitting the concrete. Stan is an absolute champ. Both these guys, I was saying earlier that Edwin kind of grew his game. His professional entourage is Efred Reyes and Bustamante. That's his circle. Those are his friends. They all kind of came up through the Philippines and hung out together. Stan, obviously a champion in his own right. I couldn't even guesstimate how many titles these guys have got together. This is a century plus of experience on this table that we're watching right now. These guys have been playing for our lifetime already. Stan calls it good. Nice out by Edwin there. 8-5. Maybe it's a talent headache. I would hope so, Kenny, but I'm not really sure. Curtis just wants to thank us for the stream, the commentators, CSL, everybody's been watching all weekend. Great event. Best of luck on more, and hopefully the 4 tourneys in a year. Gonna tune in every time. We thank you, Curtis. That is why we keep coming back. We have such great viewers and so much support. This is kind of just our way of giving back to the pool community for buying all the tickets and donations and buying all the stuff that we sell and supporting our sponsors. These events will not happen without the support from the sponsors, guys, so we do appreciate it. If you would just go to the sponsors' Facebook page, give them a like, let them know what they're doing with us and for us is working. But I'm sorry, not sorry that you didn't get anything done this weekend. Oh, I'm getting dismissed. Jason Klatt's tapping me out.
No.
No?
He's
Oh. Oh, okay. Hang on one second.
no. Jason's gonna go and have a good time. Johnny, no, viewer advantage will come up probably between these two sets. I'd imagine that they're going to take a little bit of a break. So as soon as that break happens, we'll get the viewer advantage done. We've got the 2-and-out draw to do. The 2-and-out draw is for those in the tournament that went 2-and-out. We're going to put them all into a draw a name, and that individual will get a free entry into next year. And yes, Curtis, that was the one and only Stephanie Toy. She's got this tournament director thing down pat. She did a phenomenal job this weekend. And this is probably, and she's going to jump back on the mic, so I'm going to hold off a second so she can hear me. But it's probably about the best birthday present I probably could have got her.
What?
This event. Probably the best thing I could have done. Because I know that you're not going to want to be anywhere else.
It's probably true. It's true. There's I'm pretty social. I'm a social girl. I love the game. It's what keeps us coming back. This is my birthday full of pool players, pros, my friends.
Oh, Kevin, come on now. I got more game than that. Of course Steph got flowers. Come on. Not only flowers, but there is a cake.
Yes, we were going to have cake after. Plowman, if you want to have cake, make your way down. Yeah, Javier, I think it's a cold, unfortunately.
Really?
I'm getting congested.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm sounding a little ugly.
Yeah. You're in the draw, Cass.
Cass, you're in the draw. Are you still here?
The only one that went 2-0 that's not in the draw is me. I won't put
Good job,
myself in.
2-0.
Thank you. Thank you. I will not be putting myself in that draw. Right? You didn't write my name on that list?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Curtis.
Joe, this is being held in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. What you're watching is the Q Sports Live inaugural? How about inaugural invitational event? It is our first one, $10,000 added. We had 85 players. We had a total prize fund of $27,900. First place receiving $6,500. Fourth place receiving $4,000.
Huh? No. 65, 4, 3,
That's what I said.
22.
65,000 or 6,500 for first, 4,000 for second.
Oh. Okay.
Wow.
I'm sleepy.
Somebody get Steph a drink. Tournament director needs a birthday drink.
Yeah, 65, 4, 3, 22.
Yeah,
was
see,
the top
Ro
four.
knows where it's at. Flowers, cake, and a barbecue. We are doing a barbecue tomorrow. And a
I don't
weekend
know if
full
we
of-
are.
Yeah, we are.
I don't know if we are.
Okay. And a weekend full of pool players. Yeah, what's not to like?
So Curtis, a long story short was he was playing right-handed and he was getting a ton of back and neck pain. And it was so bad that he wanted to quit the game. It was just so terrible. Then he realized that he was opposite eye dominant. And he took his year off, did his DJ thing. I would assume it was fun, but not very lucrative. And I think that he was born a pool player. I don't think he ever is going to kick that out of his blood. So he ended up coming back. And he was fairly ambidextrous to begin with. But he just decided to take it the whole way. And it's honestly been fantastic for his pain. And he's been doing really well with it.
Well, you know, it really tells you there is set number one winner, Stan Taranjo. We are going set number two.
Second set.
Now, I'm assuming they're going to take a little bit of a break, so I'm going to jump off the mic. I'm going to have Stan pull a ticket for us, and I'll be right back. This is for the viewer advantage.
Viewer advantage draw coming up, guys. So if you got a ticket, bust them out. Stan is going to draw a ticket. Just getting the bucket together.
Know where you live, Stan?
Draw my name. Oh, I have to draw my name, Stan.
6,500, Kenny. 6,500 for full at first place. Not 1,000. Unfortunately, it's not 65,000. Too many zeros.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Yes.
Jaden in the room won the viewer's advantage.
Right, buddy, right.
Oh, is it? He's looking for the ticket. Is it the same ticket? Stan drew the ticket. It looks like Jaden won. There's a lot of woohooing. He's pretty happy. Jason Tiano. Jason Tiano, winner of the viewer advantage. Thank you guys for your support. This is, it helps us get here to this point. We are going to take a quick break while the players reset. Oh, sorry, before we do that, we're going to do the second chance. This is the free entry into next year's event. So all these players that played in this field of 85, anybody that went 2 and out is going to get put into a draw, and they are going to get free entry into the event next season.
I can't throw my name in there. My name is there. Could it be a Filipino? It might be a Filipino body. For the first
So
time
Grant's
in
just
7
looking
years.
for somebody to do the draw.
Hey, you need to marry a Filipino, man. Fuck Filipinos. Fuck that guy too.
He won the viewer advantage, Javier. It's his choice. He can take $680, Jacoby Black, a thumper jump cue, or JB case and some cash. Jay Whitecotton. Jay Whitecotton, you won a free entry into the Invitational 2020. Congratulations, Jay Whitecotton. Everybody that was 2 and out got put into the jug, drew a name. That name happens to be Jay Whitecotton, and you will get the free entry into next year's event. Congratulations, and thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I think we're going to shut down the stream. We'll restart for the second set. So just give us a few minutes here while the players just kind of regroup, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you for joining us.
I'm trying to treat him.